This is a multiple motor synchronization pump from ULTPRE, and first we take a look about the pump. And this pump we have 4 different motors, and each motor connecting to 1 hydraulic cylinders. And for each point we have 1 motor, 1 4-way 3-position valve, and we have a load lowering valve for safety lowering operation. And here we have a control box, and here we have the power switch, we have the power light, indication light, we have the emergency button here. So the advantage of this pump is that each motor are the same. It generates the same equal oil flow rate to the hydraulic cylinders. So when you want to perform a synchronized lifting or lowering operation, but you have a limit budget, you cannot afford a PLC lifting system, and you have to use a manual system like this one. So normally customer prefer to use a hydraulic pump to connect to a manifold with little valve, but there are disadvantage for that pump. A pump with manifold has only 1 motor, and it distributes the oil flow rate from the motor through a manifold to different points. And the oil flow rate for different points are not equal. And you can adjust the oil flow rate through a little valve, but it's not convenient, and the accuracy is not good. And with the help of this multiple motor pump, we can guarantee the oil flow rate to flow to each cylinders are equal. And here you can see for our device, here we don't have a load. We don't have a load upon the cylinders. And when perform synchronized lifting operation with manual pumps, you have to consider, except the oil flow rate, you have to consider the load distribution between different cylinders. And here we don't have a load upon the cylinders, so the synchronization will not be as good as when you have a load upon the cylinders. And also we have to mention another part. When we don't have a load upon the cylinders, even though we have equal flow to different cylinders, the lifting speed of different cylinders might still might have a little bit difference. This is because for each cylinder, the force required to lift the piston and retract the piston are different. This is because the friction force between the cylinder piston and the cylinder wall are different. Each cylinder has different friction force, and so the force required for them to lift and lower will be different. So you can see a little bit difference. By far, besides the PLC controls system, and the multiple motor system is the best option when it comes to the synchronization operation. And here we can introduce you about the control buttons. The pump is controlled by a wire cable handle, and here we have 6 buttons, and here the 4 buttons on the bottom are responsible for control the power supply for different motors. And here we can see on each button we have a mark like 1, 2, 3 point. This represents the 4 different points, and also we have stickers on the pump to mark the different points. And this black button is responsible for the power supply. It can turn on and turn off each points. And here we have another two button which responsible for lifting and lowering control. So when we want to, if we want to control 4 cylinders at the same time for lifting operation, we first need to turn on 4 points at the same time. Sorry, I need to turn on the power first. Okay, the power supply has been turned on. And now we have to turn on the 4 different motors. And the 4 motors has been turned on. And if we want to perform lifting operation for the 4 cylinder at the same time, we need to press this button. If we release the button, all the cylinders will stop. And so now let's start pressing this button. Let's release the button. When we release the button, the load lowering valve will be holding the pressure and maintain the position. You can see the accuracy for the synchronized lifting is very good. And if we want to retract the 4 cylinders at the same time, we press this black button. Four points are being retracted at the same time. If we want to make adjustments for certain points, we need to turn off the rest 3 points. For example, we turn off this point, we turn off this point, we turn off this point. Now we have the point, point 1 working. And if we want to lift the cylinders a little bit, we press lifting. You can see the cylinder on the right are lifting, while the other cylinders maintain. If we want to retract the cylinders, we press retraction button, and the cylinders on the right will retract. So with the help of this control button, and we can lifting and lowering 4 cylinders at the same time, and also we can make a small adjustment to each individual cylinders.